Welcome. Today's venue is the Klob Nature Center. Now we're walking there from my hotel. It's not a bad walk, but if you're using Google Maps to map your way to the center, you want to go down Sheridan Street. Just go north, then Sheridan Street. Now, Google Maps is going to send you a long route around, but don't take that. I think why they don't add Sheridan Street onto Google Maps is because there's a drawbridge there. If you get caught by the drawbridge, you're going to be waiting forever, but it's much shorter. Now, this over here is the Klob Nature Center. You can see way over there, there's an observation deck. So we want to go there. Let's giddy up. So I'm up here on the Sheridan drawbridge. Look down here, huge iguana, beautiful colors. Now that's something I don't see very often in Montana. So making sure everyone knows the park closes at 6 p.m. It's open from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and it's a nature center. There's trails to go on, exhibit hall, and check out these wild animals, the iguanas. I can't get used to that. So that's the nice thing about walking this, getting out hiking. You get to see the wildlife you wouldn't normally see driving by. Did you see that sign, manatee? I want to see a manatee. Let's see if we can catch one. Or not catch it, but look at it. Sorry, not seeing any manatees. The color of the cove area here, kind of dark brown. Can't see down very far. And I have polarized prescription sunglasses that I can see down into the water, but not seeing anything. So let's giddy up. Now I've come out of the wind there so I can talk a little better. So I mentioned there that I have polarized sunglasses. Well, light comes into your eyes vertically and horizontally. That would be vertically this way, horizontally this way. And what the polarized lenses do is they cut out all the horizontal light rays. And so you're only receiving vertical and you can peer down into the water. Anyway, just thought you should know that. Let's giddy up. Now on my walk here at the Klob Nature Center, I picked out those iguanas pretty easily because I've been kind of watching out for them. Because what kind of dangerous animals do you need to watch out for in this area? Well, the iguanas, they'll run away, no problem there. But you do need to watch out for alligators or crocodiles. No, I think it's alligator. And I'm keeping an eye out for them. I don't want to come across them. That's a dangerous animal to come across. Anyway, here's another iguana up here. See how close we can get. Not that close, as you can see, they run away. So we're now at the entrance of the Klob Nature Center. There's something to do with some butterflies over here. I think they got a butterfly area exhibit. So I'm not usually on the lookout for butterflies, but I do want to see some more iguana and some birds. So the Klob Nature Center, as you saw there, it's made up of over 1,500 acres of mangrove wetlands, canals cut in, and it opened up in 1996. Now the Klob Nature Center, you could call it a tropical paradise in the middle of Hollywood City. It's like a jungle here, and not far from Fort Lauderdale either. So if you want some quiet time in the area, this is the place to come. Now I'm here on a Wednesday afternoon, and there's hardly anyone here. Nice and quiet. Now the story between Klob is that she was an award-winning journalist, and she was the first female elected to the Broward County Commissioner's office, and she was also an environmental activist. So they named it after her. So beyond the exhibit center and the mangrove boat rides that you could go on if they were operating, and the visitor center, there's also 4 trails that you can take in this area. One is Mudflats, the other one is South Trail, and another one is Pier Fishing Trail, and the last one is Lake Observation Trail. And if they had the boats running, you would dock. The boats dock right here, so that's where you would get on. And as you can see, you just go through these mangrove canal systems. Pretty cool trip, boat ride. If you're ever here and they're running, it runs about $5 for the boat ride. I'm sure it's well worth it. I'd love to go on it. Let's go to the exhibit hall. So before going into the exhibit hall, I took a detour to go to get tickets, because I thought it was free, but I went and checked with them, and the tickets are actually for the boat rides. Anyway, they had some cool fish in there. I didn't know that the clownfish came in black and white, but evidently they do, and I mentioned to them that we should call it orca. She said shamu is better. Anyway, here's the exhibit hall. Let's check it out. So this is a mangrove tree or bush, whatever you want to call it. And it's unique with its root system, as you can see here, as it has to constantly evolve with the eroding of the soil around it. So check it out. In the mangroves, swimming under them, are barracudas. I don't think I'm going to go swimming around here. So some artwork around here, quilting. I like this one. It's called Moonrise. It says you can't touch it. I want to touch it. So right here we have a horseshoe crab, and it's on top of the sand. A lot of times they'll bury themselves in the sand, so you can't see them, so I'm sure there's many more in here, but here's one. So I thought we were going to have to go quite a ways to get to the observation deck. It's right up here. So let's go up to the tower. Cool. There's an elevator. I'll take that about now. Having walked here, I could use a break. So the observation deck here, well worth the visit. Absolutely beautiful views. Yeah, I'm really disappointed that the boat tours is not going on. How cool would it be taking a boat through these mangrove trees in these canals in this area? Now this over here, this is going to be Broward County, and that's Hollywood over there. You come around here panning this way. This over here, this is going to be Fort Lauderdale. You've got the ocean out over here. And South Beach, it picks up, or not South Beach, Hollywood Beach. Hollywood Beach, it picks up right over here. So we've done the observation deck. Now, let's go on the Lakeview Trail, boardwalk, the boardwalk. Giddy up. They may have been pulling my leg. I don't see any barracuda down there in the mangroves. So I just caught up to a tour group going through here, and I stand corrected. Back there where I said I'm watching out for alligators, in the mangroves here in this area, this is actually salt water. It's not fresh water. So it'd be crocodiles in this area that you need to watch out for. Now there is a possibility that alligators could be in this area, but it's more common to see crocodiles. I just had no idea. I thought we were inland enough from the ocean that it wouldn't be salt water, it'd be fresh water where alligators thrive. Now the mango trees floor me away. It floors them away too, with the soil eroding. Now, there's 80 different species of mangroves, and they date back over 75 million years. So we just finished up the Lakeview observation tower and boardwalk. Now, here's the visitor center, the central area, and there's a sign posting right here that the Mudflats observation trails are this way. So let's go down those. Now on this entire visit here to the Klob Center, it's been entirely handicap accessible, including the elevator to the observation tower. So we've come off the boardwalk area. This is an open area with the canal systems on both sides. I guess you'd call them mudflats since we're on Mudflat Trail. Anyway, this is the area where we need to be careful and watch out for those crocodile things. Now, normally I'd be wearing my bell. You know, it scares away wildlife in Montana and the areas in the West Coast. But around here, I'm sure if I was wearing my bell at Dingaling, that's gonna attract crocodiles. So it's gonna be like a dinner bell ringing. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't bring it. So the Klob Nature Center truly is an oasis in the city where you can get away, some nice quiet trails all by yourself. I've come across very few people here. Nice and quiet hikes. Now here at the entrance area of the Nature Center, you go right and you'll get to fishing Pier Trail. So let's get you up and check that out. So in talking to those guys that were fishing there, I asked them what they're fishing for, and they pretty much said whatever they can catch. Now, for bait, they use a bobber and a hook, and they put shrimp on it. Now we're back at the beginning of fishing Pier Trail, and here's the parking lot right here We're going to continue on this way as the South Trail. We'll catch up to it pretty soon here. That's kind of like the trail we came in on, but you go under the Sheridan Bridge. So let's check it out. So there's that iguana again, or maybe it's a new one. Now iguanas, they can grow to be 6.5 feet long. That one there, probably estimate them at about 4 feet long, maybe 4.5 feet. And people aren't sure how iguanas got their name, but I think it's came from someone saying, "Iguana, stay away from me." Let's giddy up. So that pretty much does it for the South Trail. You can loop out onto other trails of it going through the wetlands, but that's mostly on a bike and it is pretty long. Not a lot to see. So we're gonna head back. We're gonna get back on Sheridan Bridge over here, cross back over it. But this is pretty cool here. Someone fell out of a coconut tree. Someone left a coconut pretty light, so I think someone's tapped it already, so there's no coconut beer on tap here. Let's get him.